So, y'all, I want to tell y'all a quick little story about seeing yourself the way people who love you see you. So, the other day on Threads, I think yesterday, this guy posted this photo that basically said, "Black people, show me your decor." So, people were posting these really immaculate, beautiful homes. I mean, look at this one, or this one, or this one, or this one, or this one, this one, this one. I mean, they were so freaking beautiful. Just like, ugh. I wanted to post mine, but I also felt like I hate my apartment. My washing machine was broke for a year. My cupboards are worn down. The carpet is destroyed by my three children in the last 5.5 years. I just really don't want to live here anymore. I want to move out. I don't like it. I see it as kind of like a apartment, to be honest with you. So I wanted to post mine, but I felt like I need to add several disclaimers. And so I said something like, I'll post it here. I live with three kids. I ain't got a lot of money to decorate, and please be nice to me. I wasn't saying it for sympathy or anything. I think I just wanted to say I recognize that the place I live is not nearly as nice as the place that y'all live. Y'all obviously got money, and your girl over here don't. I just felt like I wasn't offering enough to add to this thread of immaculate conception that we got going on here with these other people's houses. And then these really nice comments started rolling in. I love your style and your space. A home filled with love. Your yellow desk is so fun. It's beautiful, mama. The yellow desk. Taking notes. What? This looks like a beautiful home. I love this. This looks perfect to me. It looks like a place I'd love to live in. Cozy, warm, friendly. It looks like home to me. This is so homey. I could comfortably chill here all day. It looks like a room full of making memories and lots of love. Look at you with your tree already up. You're doing it all right, mom. I see a comfortable, beautiful home with love for children and bookshelves that are bigger than TVs, which is amazing. I decree and declare that you will have the house of your dreams one day. Amen. And then I wrote back, you'll never know how much this means to me, especially today. Looks like home to me with a little cutie on the side. Baby, you have books on shelves, arts on walls, decorations up, and apparently love and dedication throughout. Love your home. You're doing a good job. I was literally sitting in the grocery store when some of these comments started coming through, and I literally cried. I literally was brought to tears. I mean, yesterday I was having a hard day anyway, but I just was like, how can they say this about my apartment? Like, what are they seeing? It meant so much to me, y'all. I can't even really explain. Can't even explain at all. It reminded me of a conversation I had the other day with a friend of mine who used to weigh 450 pounds, and they have since lost a couple 100 pounds or maybe even 250 pounds and look great. They have had a complete transformation and have kept it off, and they were recently sick and couldn't work out for like 10 or 15 days, and they were like, I feel completely fat and horrible and ugly. And I was just like, stop, please stop. They look strong, they look healthy, they look amazing, and 10 days and maybe 10 pounds or whatever they said they gained did not make a difference at all. They are a beautiful person. I feel like you look like a perfectly normal person, but you feel like a little fat person that you were. They were like, because I am. And I was like, no, stop. And so I told them a story of when I was younger, I got called stupid at a pretty regular clip. Not all the time, but enough. Like maybe 2 or 3 times a year, which is not a lot, but it's enough. And I didn't start feeling like I was a smart person until like maybe 8 years ago or so. I was like, a lot of times still, right now, I still feel like I'm a stupid person cosplaying as a smart person. And they were like, what are you even talking about? Like, you're about to have a master's degree in 10 days. I was like, I know, I still feel like the little stupid kid, and I'm just pretending to be smart. And so I just was like, listen, that's how I think you see yourself, as you're still this version of yourself when you were a little kid. And I see myself as that too. But the truth is that neither of us are seeing ourselves correctly. So let's just try to see each other through each other's eyes. And they were like, yeah, because you're like one of the smartest people I know. And I was like, thank you. But like, I don't be feeling like that though, for real. And then that also reminded me of another conversation. I'm going to draw all this back together, that I had with one of my besties the other day, and she was feeling like a failure. And I was like, girl, this year you have graduated with your bachelor's, you're about to get a master's, you have repaired and restored relationships, you had pursued sobriety, have been in therapy, done all of these things. Like, you're not, and you have sustained your job and gotten promotions and higher pay. Like, you've done amazing things. And she was just like, oh, it's so hard for me to see it like that, but like, you have done a lot of cool things. Then the next day I was feeling like a failure, And I was just like basically saying the same things. And then she reminded me, like, girl, I know it's hard. I know you're struggling, but like, here are all the, and then she listed off all the good things that I've done this year and all the ways that I have fought for myself this year. And it was so meaningful to me. And I've had a few other conversations with a few other people too, have reminded me who the I am, basically. The fact that I have needed to constantly hear it has been kind of shocking to me. But I know that I'm not alone in that, based on her response, based on my friend's response, based on what happened on this threads about my damn apartment. We need to hold mirrors for each other because sometimes the mirrors that we have for ourselves are broken, sadly enough. And something yesterday in me just clicked after I saw all those comments pour in, and even this morning they're still pouring in. Is basically that we do not see ourselves clearly. We still see ourselves. We still see ourselves through childhood wounds. We still see ourselves through past trauma. We still see ourselves through scarcity and shame and pain, and really society, and how society has kind of told us, like, if you don't have a really nice house like these people, then you're not a good person. You're not worthy. You're not worthy of taking up space or even having a home. And then the truth is, people like my bestie and some of my other friends and even my ex-boyfriend, they see me as love and resilience and home and warmth and kindness and beauty and creativity and survival and strength. And I see myself like that on, 3 or 4 days out of the week. But the other days are just kind of like, yikes. So I just want to remind you, sis, you are not your carpet, your home, your divorce, your trauma, your single parenting, your ex-boyfriend, your baby daddy, your failures, your December bank account, your loneliness, or any of those things. You're not failing. You're functioning under pressure that a lot of people wouldn't understand or frankly live through, particularly as Black women. They just don't have the resilience, period. And if the holidays are making you feel short or coming up short, because that's often the case for me, I just want you to hear me gently that you are not a bad mom if you can't give your kids the Pinterest Christmas, which I know I can't. I can't buy them all the presents or even half of the presents I want to. I don't have enough, period. You're not a failure because you're stretched thin, or because you're healing slowly, or because you're on this 20-year healing journey from childhood trauma, which I can fully relate to. You're not a failure because you're starting over, or because you're alone, or because you're divorced, or any of these things. Like, this has been the voice in my head that's really traumatized me in some way. Just remember, your kids are going to remember the warmth, the laughter, the effort, all of that. Here's my closing blessing for you. May you see yourself the way people who love you see you. May you feel proud of the home that you're in and the resources that you have collected that have got you where you are, and all the people who've loved you along the way and helped. May you trust that your voice is still unfolding. I'm holding that one close to me. And I pray that the voice in your head will soften enough to let you hear it, and for you to let kindness and love for yourself in. Truth is, you're doing beautifully. You're doing enough. You stayed alive. That's enough. Your life is enough. And your life is still full of life, even on the hard days. And never, ever, ever give up. It's going to get better. I fully believe that. We got to hang on to that hope and use the law of assumption and assume that we are going to be okay, and even better than that, thrive. Love y'all. Bye.